Hi, I'm Pastor Jeff. I'm from Impact Christian Church, and each week at our church, we gather around the table. We call it the Lord's table. I call it the most famous meal of the week, not just the famous, but the best meal of the week. No matter where you go to eat, it's the best meal. And I want to share with you one of my recent talks with folks that we talked about, and not that we're having communion here, but I want to share it with you in the sense from this broadcast. There's a scripture that says this in John 13:23. One of them, the disciple whom Jesus loved, was reclining next to him. Very awkward, weird passage when you take it by itself. It's very interesting to me, and maybe it'll be interesting to you, that scripture makes a specific mention of the fact that Jesus loved this one disciple. Of course, he loved all the disciples, but somehow this one was special. What do you think set him apart from all the others? What set John apart from all the others? Surely Jesus was much like we are, and he was, because he was human, the Bible said. He was fully human, but the Bible also says he was fully divine. Why do we love some of our friends a little bit more, some of our relatives a little bit more, and some of our friends a little bit less, and our relatives a little less? Is it maybe because they share our interests? Maybe because they serve our aspirations, the things that we want to obtain? Are we drawn closer to them because they give us the traits that we admire, traits that we consider are possibly lovable? I can't help but wonder if John made a more conscious effort to develop the things that he saw in Jesus. Perhaps he tried to be loving and kind to his master as his master was to him. How different would our walk with Jesus be? Would our walk with others be if we did that too? Perhaps that's why Jesus was drawn to him so much, because he loved John, because John loved him more extravagantly than any of the others did. When we come to this time where we look at our own lives, and that's what these things are about, these things that Adam and this ministry look at, we have to look at ourselves and say, how am I with this? What's going on with me? You see, we should hunger and thirst for righteousness, and I believe John probably did that. We should be as much like the person Jesus as we possibly could. John wrote this, and I love this verse, and it says this: "Beloved," that's us, that's you, that's me, "let us love one another, for love is of God, and everyone who loves is born of God and knows God. He who does not love does not know God, because God is love." See, it's important that we understand this, folks, that our lives and our walks with Jesus are all about the love that he has for us to give to those around us. Not a conditional love, not a love that says, I'll love you if, but a love that says, I love you and I'm going to walk with you no matter what is going on in your life, no matter how you are to me. I'm going to love you extravagantly. I'm going to love you with everything within my human being. We can't love him like Jesus did, because Jesus was divine. That would mean we're perfect, and we'll never be perfect this side of heaven. But God has designed us so that we can be more like Jesus today than we were yesterday, and that's our goal for this life. And so today, I'd ask you to examine your heart right where you are and say, God, look at my heart and make me more like your son Jesus so I can love you and love others. Thank you so much.